Second. All right, yeah, we're live.
Oh, okay, great. Just copy and pasting something real quick.
Sweet. Okay. Hey, everybody.
Hi, guys.
What's going on?
Hey, guys.
It's me, Will,
And me, Kristen.
and we are about to be doing Guide to the Unknown live
That's right.
for the holiday season.
Slapdashing something together for it real quick.
Yeah, no, I think you and I are on the same page because, well, whatever. So as usual, we're going to take a few seconds here to make sure that everything is set up and in good shape before we launch into the show. So please feel free to drop what you've been up to in the comments below and share this video and everything. Get everybody to come in here.
And are we not going to be able to see their comments because the way it's set up?
I'll try to have them on the computer here.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you guys might notice we're in a different locale.
Yeah, we're in Christmas Town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Christmas Tree Village. All right, let's see. Are we live? Yeah. Got to 60 live and uncut. Yeah. Kristen, we exist.
Great.
Sounds phony.
Okay. I got it all laid out now.
That sounded phony baloney.
Great.
Kristen, we're live right now. Great. Bullshit.
You're going to start. We're going to go back and forth. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay.
How familiar are you with the Yellow Lady story of Charlie's? Familiar enough to retell?
Yeah, I know. I have a written account.
Oh, you do?
And,
great.
and an update.
Oh, fantastic. We're going to end with that.
We're going to end with that?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm very excited.
You're going to
about
read a
that.
story, I'm going to read a story. You're going to read a story, I'm going to read a story, and then we're going to end with you talking about Charlie's thing.
Okay, cool.
Hey, guys.
Hey, so we got Christy, we got Laura in here.
Hey.
Thank you so much for tuning in. So
yeah,
just so you know,
background.
yeah, just so you know, for everybody that's watching us live right this second, the audio you're listening to is not the audio that's going to be on the episode on Friday, because I've got our standard microphones here with us.
Yeah.
It's not running through to the live feed right now.
Okay.
So I'm going to capture it. I'm going to have to mash them together.
Gotcha.
Okay, so let's see. Hopefully everybody out there can hear us. We might sound a little bit quiet, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm also going to do a quick editor's trick. Kristen, give me 5 seconds of silence.
Okay.
Okay, that'll help me sync everything up later
Yeah.
on. But yeah, happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah, happy holidays, guys.
Tis the season.
That's right.
And we're here for a reason.
Guidey.
Yeah. We're here to get a little spooky with you for the holidays this year.
Yeah.
Oh,
awesome, Tina. Welcome.
Hey.
Your first live stream.
That's rad. Yeah. Welcome.
And hey to everybody else. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna re-say hi to you because I wasn't paying any attention before.
No, everybody could talk.
Christy, Laura, Tracy, Diana. Hey.
It was awesome. I love it when you talk to somebody and they're clearly not home, because you're like,
no.
Yeah, that is great. Like, you're so vacant. It was perfect.
Because I realized I wanted to structure the stories long, short, and I hadn't done that. So I was copying and pasting.
Or should I say, ho, 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 ho. I don't have an adult-sized Santa hat. But if I prop it atop my little head, just so.
I would wear it, but it'll conflict with my ponytail.
Okay. Well,
and my scrunchie.
That's all right.
My hair's long enough to do a little baby one now.
Cool, everybody.
Yeah.
Let's see here. What's going on?
Oh, hey, Michelle.
Hey.
And Drew. Hey.
Christy says, have you ever had to deal with 105 7th graders at the Christmas time? Or 126 first graders? I've done both this week.
What? Oh, I thought...
No, not
when you said I've done both this week, I thought you were responding to Christy, and I was like, what the hell were you doing? Yeah, that's a lot, Christy. That's a handful.
That is a lot.
Michelle and Diana are remarking that you're wearing non-black or plaid.
Yeah, I put on
shirt.
some Santa
It
red.
looks nice.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I wore this at my old job. We did a
This is too hot.
Christmas display. I'm sure that's
Really? Okay.
hot. Yeah. We did like a Christmas decoration thing, and I was supposed to be Santa.
Oh yeah.
Which I've done many times.
Mm-hmm.
And I honestly didn't really want to anymore.
Yeah.
And so I put white in my beard, but I wore this, and I was.
I mean that works. That's
like
enough.
and I wore black sunglasses, and I was like a cool Santa.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see.
Coffee or tea, Kristen?
I think she's talking to Christy. Or maybe because you know what? Maybe because that Will made us hot chocolate.
Made a little hot cocoa.
Yeah. I'm thinking that you're talking to me because I went to drink something.
Right.
So yeah, Willie made hot cocoa for our holiday episode.
Try to zoom this in so that we can see the chat. If anything goes wrong,
my peepers are.
I know. No, mine are too.
Yeah.
If anything goes wrong and we lose the feed, people immediately start typing that something has gone wrong so that I can see it, because I can't see our faces right now, but I can see the chat.
Yeah.
Hey,
Eric.
Just trying to make sure that I'm in good shape to read stuff. Because my phone is the camera tonight, so I'm down a device.
Oof.
I know. Can you believe it? Cool. Oh, you know what?
What?
I opened that file on my desktop. I didn't open it here, I don't think. Oh, no, I did. Okay.
If I am in it, will it not,
no, it should update. I'll refresh it just to be careful.
Okay.
But yeah, I gotta have all these windows so that I can make sure that everything is churning along correctly.
Yeah.
Cool, everybody. So yeah, I think we're gonna get started in a second.
Yeah.
So please do share this in a couple of places.
Right.
Kristen, would you mind sharing it? Because, like I said, I'm sort of down.
Yeah.
Down a thing.
Man down.
Yeah, man down. They call me Howie Man Down.
Are you a germaphobe?
I should be able to. Yes, I am.
Do you blow condoms up on your head?
I do.
I thought as much.
It's weird that was what he was famous for.
I know.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the Holiday Twins. We're recording an episode of Guide to the Unknown live on youtube.com/talkbomb right now. It's a special one where we're doing listener episodes, so come join. I mean, listener stories, you know what I mean.
Masanta.
Oh my god.
Cool joke, huh?
Yes, Masanta.
Masanta. That's stupid. Cool. Actually, I should be able to share this video because I have a super fancy computer.
Ho, ho, ho. Masanta.
Wonderful. That's so stupid.
I know.
That's so dumb. Alright, I'm going to post this on the Guide to the Unknown Facebook and share it to my Haunted Sponge page real quick.
Cool.
And then I think we'll have those roadblocks out of the way. Everybody who's watching this, oh, damn it!
What?
I forgot there was something that I wanted to talk to you about. Alright, the contest.
Yeah.
Two quick things. Are we going to say which is ours? I feel like we gotta.
Yeah.
We kind of have to.
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't really matter.
It really doesn't. The only thing that we were talking about was doing some sort of like poll or something for them to guess.
I know.
But like, I think it's fine.
I know. Yeah. So I think here's what that I think would be interesting.
Okay.
If people are in, we already said that we were going to draw from specifically that one place.
Right.
What if we alter it so that everybody can be involved? Because some people can't spend that cheddar around the holiday season. What if being in that place gets you 7 entries?
That seems confusing. How do we work that?
And then everybody gets an entry of their own if they share the show or post about us or something. You see what I'm saying? So like you have a way leg up if you're in that place.
Right. Yeah, I mean, how are we gonna? That seems confusing.
Yeah, people have to tag us. People have to let us know that they shared, and that counts as an entry. And next week we pull names from a hat. People who are in that place have their name in the hat 7 times. It's like the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Right? Like how Katniss's name was in that bowl a million times.
Yeah.
People who are in that place get their name in the hat multiple times.
Okay.
They will always get a leg up. But I want everybody to play.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Is that fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right. Yeah. Then we'll do it. Because we've got a contest this week. This week, Kristen and I did something kind of nuts.
Yeah.
That I'm actually super pumped about.
Yeah, me too.
That we're going to tell you about.
Yeah,
but
cool.
let me post this real quick. Sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
Here we go. Masanta.
Ho ho ho, Masanta.
Guide to the Unknown.
Oh, Molly.
Number 60. 6-zip.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
I know.
Is live on YouTube. Come hang out.
Come ho ho.
we're getting freaky festive,
Nice.
and you can learn about a special contest
Yeah.
we're running this week. Good?
Yeah.
All right. And publish. And then let me post that over on Twitter as well, because I can just copy and paste the link.
Yeah.
So actually going on YouTube makes some things easier. Like the link situation is so much easier.
Oh, good. Sorry, guys, we can't talk right now.
Yeah, sorry.
Special holiday setup. We'll be back to normal.
Yeah, I can't see the
Yeah.
chat
I
just
hope you're
yet,
talking to each other.
but soon. Yeah, absolutely. Get to know each other, share those holiday plans.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it is, you know how it works,
You know how it do.
you know how you know how to do it. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Oh.
Kristen and I are live right
Merry
this second.
Freakmas.
Come in and join the contest early. And that's just vague enough that maybe people will have any interest.
Yeah.
Come and join the contest. What are you talking about? Oh my gosh. Okay, the chat looks wild.
Oh, good.
Eric was almost late. Eric, you made it.
Ooh.
Quitting time. Okay. All right. I think we're in good shape. I think it's time. Can you read that?
Hey, Sarah. Sup, Spookster?
Can you read that?
Yes.
Can you read that?
Not really.
Okay. Let's bump it back up.
Okay.
That's comfy?
One more would be comfier. I'm not gonna lie.
No problem.
Okay. That's
Okay.
comfier.
Okay.
How often do you get your glasses checked?
I think you're supposed to do it. I think you're supposed to do it every year.
It's about a year for me, and I kind of feel like I need to re-up.
No, that sounds about right.
I've
We're
been
getting we're flat out getting old.
Yeah, I kind of think I do. I've been
Yeah.
noticing. All right, anyway.
No, I think that is
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
Oh man, Eric's putting 2-sentence horror stories.
Oh man.
Up window. Oh man, can I capture this real quick?
Yeah.
Alright. Copy.
We're doing a quick copy paste.
Yeah. And
I'm gonna try
here we
this
go.
out.
Yeah, Eric, you may notice that we're not in our typical
Is it
set.
good?
Is it good?
Yes, good
Nice.
temperature. Yeah.
We're not in our typical set, so I don't
Yeah.
have my full tech at my
Yeah,
disposal.
yeah.
So I'm gonna do my best to get these stories, to get the gold that you're spitting.
Yeah. Thank you. You're so good at it. It's crazy.
You are really good at.
Did you see? Eric, I don't know if you're in our Facebook group. I don't know if you have Facebook, but one of the members of our Facebook group asked for 2-sentence horror stories for their birthday this week. So there are a bunch of those in the Guides to the Unknown Facebook group. If you want to take a look.
We actually wrote a couple that I thought were pretty good.
I thought they were pretty good too.
Yeah, they weren't bad.
Yeah. There's some good ones in there.
Okie dokie. I think. What do you think? Is it time to go for it?
I think so.
Okay.
What?
Sorry, I'm like squizzling the thing all over the place.
It's fine.
Okay.
Disturb this. Mike's talking about going to see Marwin tomorrow. I can't talk right now.
Oh, that looks like
I know.
a real tearjerker.
Yeah.
You're gonna cry.
No. He's going, not me.
Oh.
Yeah,
all
he's
right.
just saying he's excited he's gonna go. Oh, it looks. Oh my God.
What?
How upsetting it looks. Oof.
What looks upsetting?
What Marwin?
Oh, Marwin? Oh, I thought you were reading something.
No.
Okay, the way you're speaking is very strange to me this evening.
What else confused you?
No, it was just funny when we were live and you're like, yeah, that is fun.
Yeah.
Just whatever.
I'm feeling a little out of it.
Christy's
Why?
making fun of my 2-sentence horror story for being long.
Oh yeah.
I'm not capable of brevity.
I didn't feel like it was that long actually. I saw Ali's comment first and then I scrolled up and I was like, it's.
Yeah, it wasn't gargantuan,
Yeah.
but it's still, I can't write anything. It's not a mouthful.
Yeah.
I can't tell you what I'm up to right now, but I can say that I've been recording things that I wrote myself.
Mm-hmm.
And as I'm acting it out, I'm like, what
You know what? Whenever
what is this?
when I write anything, I have to go back in and carve stuff out constantly. I have to edit
crazy.
down like crazy. I do the exact same
It's
thing.
crazy.
So I totally get it.
All right, everybody. I think we're
All
gonna
right.
jump into showtime.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Okay. Oh, and are we gonna lead with the contest?
Yeah.
We should, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello, Hello, welcome to Guide to the Unknown. I'm Kristen.
I'm William.
Happy ho-ho holidays, everybody.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, it's coming up. If you're listening, if you're watching, you might notice that we are in a different location than usual. We are sitting right next to William's beautiful full Christmas tree.
Thank you very much. My wife decorated it.
Yay!
Yay. Happy holidays, everybody.
Yeah.
Kristen and I are doing something a little bit different this week. Usually on the show we talk about monsters that we've researched, but I've been seeing it more and more recently, and we got around to talking about it. People have been freaking out about this old tradition that people evidently used to do in the holiday season, where on Christmas Eve, whatever you celebrate, it was traditionally known as a time to tell scary stories.
Yeah, there's a Smithsonian article about it that's been going around all December that maybe hit you in some Facebook page that you follow or something.
And somehow this tradition got lost to the ages. People stopped doing it.
Yeah.
And now that we know that this is a thing humans used to do, a lot of people are asking, why did we ever stop?
Where are our ghost stories?
And so we are here to bring that tradition back.
That's right.
And so we're going to be reading you some actual paranormal stories sent to us by listeners of this show. So if you sent us a story, there's a very good chance that you're about to hear us talk to each other about it right here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely.
But before we get to that.
Before that, William, I want to decorate the tree.
Yeah.
With an item that I've brought. I believe you have one too.
I believe I do.
Perhaps a cursed item, a damned item.
Yeah. Kristen and I, let me set it up a little bit too, because here's mine.
Go right ahead.
Here's mine.
Okay.
We'll have
Hefty.
to. I know. We'll have to describe these.
Hefty cinch sack.
We'll have to describe these for the people who are only listening.
Yeah.
As well, but you can see these things that Kristen and I have made if you watch the video version. Kristen and I made our very own Dybbuk boxes.
That's right, cursed boxes.
There's a previous episode of Guide to the Unknown where Kristen told us the story of the Dybbuk box, which is an artifact that's supposed to contain
a demon. A Dybbuk is a Jewish demon, I believe. I think it's a Yiddish word for a demon.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a box that was said to bring misfortune to everybody who encountered it. And then it seems like since then, well, not since then, not like since our episode, but it seems like with Zach Bagans procuring, and I would say popularizing the Dybbuk box, I feel like Dybbuk box has become almost a catch-all term for a cursed box.
Right.
So we're just using that for our items.
Exactly. And so Kristen's birthday was November 30th.
Yep.
And sort of last minute, I thought it would be fun to... another thing that Kristen told us about in a previous episode is these haunted eBay listings.
Yeah.
That people will write a story and, put a spooky-looking doll up on eBay for people to bid on.
Right.
So I decided to chase something like that down to get Kristen a haunted artifact for her birthday. And I found well, this. This is... Kristen, describe it for our listening audience.
Okay, so it is a ceramic box with an angel on top of it, and it has been painted gray all over the place to look aged. Now, when William handed me this, I didn't really register at first that it was painted gray. I kind of thought that it was made out of iron or something.
Right.
And then I just kind of clocked that her face was dirty, but I just didn't think about it that much. But if you turn it over on the bottom, they're like paintbrush strokes.
Yeah, and not only that, I noticed just this afternoon, there's an entire part
oh my god, they missed.
that they missed when they were painting this thing to make it look scary.
And so, I had said to Will, benefit of the doubt. I mean, maybe they bought it this way. Maybe it was, because Will was like, they painted it to look old and cursed. And I was like, well, maybe they bought it that way or something. But then we went on to the eBay seller's eBay account to look at their other items for sale, and they had another box that was painted the exact same way. So it was definitely painted to look aged and scary.
Oh, without a doubt. And so the listing was called Dybbuk Spirit Box Sealed. Found in abandoned house attic, haunted/paranormal. Just every single possible word to try to grab your attention.
Yeah.
And so they said that it was sealed with wax. All bidders...
I would say...
Poorly.
Yeah.
Poorly. All bidders will remain anonymous. Warning, this is not a toy. Do not, under any circumstances, open this box. So I gave this to Kristen in the front entryway of my house here, and Kristen immediately was like, huh, and popped it open.
Yeah.
It was the first thing she did.
It smells really bad.
Oh, it smells terrible. And there's just garbage inside.
Yeah, it's it looks like pieces of abalone shell, with like holes run through it for stringing or something like that. I know that abalone shell is used in some rituals, like traditionally for smudging a house with sage or I guess whatever else you want.
Yeah.
You use an abalone shell underneath it to catch the ashes and stuff. So I don't know if they like knew that and they were like, oh, we'll add a little bit of like abalone mystical zing. I think that might be too thoughtful.
I think it is too thoughtful because I honestly think that some of the appeal is that you're not supposed to open these things.
I mean, it was not even sealed.
No, I know.
Give me a break.
But I mean, that's what they said, is that you're not supposed to open them at all. So like they were going for the effect of the jingle inside, not even necessarily for you to see it.
True.
Right.
It could have been an old skeleton key in there, something very scary.
Yeah, that would have been way cooler.
Yeah, but you could think that if you're just listening to the jingle.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Point.
Little fantasy.
Theater of the mind.
Theater of the mind. So then Kristen and I got to talking.
Yeah.
And we've talked about the ways in which the Patreon account, patreon.com/GTTUpod, enriches Guide to the Unknown and the way that we try to use it to give back. And so Kristen and I set a challenge for each other to create our own Dybbuk boxes.
Right.
So we are going to take a look at each of our boxes right now, and in 1 week's time, we are going to pick one of you, actually two of you.
Yes, two.
Who we will send these Dybbuk boxes, and you can keep them in your home forevermore. And the ways, just to say before we go ahead and open these boxes and describe what we've concocted.
Right.
If you are a member of our Patreon, you are already entered into the contest just by supporting us. Bingo.
Yeah, you have 7 entries right off the bat without having to do anything else. 7 is a magically powerful number.
Absolutely.
So your chances are pretty good.
So when we draw names from a hat, you will have 7 pieces of paper in that hat. You've already got a leg up. Everybody else, if you're not a member of the Patreon, we completely understand. We know that it's not always easy to commit funds to a piece of entertainment, especially not in this season.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you want to enter the contest to put your name in the hat, what we need you to do is share Guide to the Unknown. Write a post on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you tag us, because if we don't see that you did this, we don't know to put your name in the hat. Write blog posts. Share Guide to the Unknown with your other favorite podcasters. Show people. Spread the word. Essentially, get us out there, and you are going to be entered to win one of these 2 boxes.
Yeah, 1 entry per share.
Exactly. Yeah.
And so also Patreon people, if you want to like up your entries, you can share as well, and that'll be added on top of your existing 7.
100%. I think maybe we should also do a no-brainer rule of like you can't just do like 5,000 in one day.
Well,
like, oh my gosh. Let's say up
if
to,
it's like obvious spam or something.
Yeah, you get up to like 3 a day or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Be reasonable.
It's kind of arbitrary.
I doubt that they're going to do that, but it's not bad.
It'd be a good problem to have that everybody was sharing 1,000 things, but I don't
Absolutely.
know, just throwing it out.
Now wait, William, did you write a story to go with yours?
Well, I know a little bit about this artifact, if that's what you mean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wrote as though it were an eBay listing kind of thing.
Okay, perfect. Yeah.
So I'm going to read that to you, and then you can tell me about yours.
Absolutely. So let me describe to everybody what your box looks like.
Okay.
It almost looks like a miniature cigar box to me.
Yeah.
It is a wonderful natural wood, light wood colored, with ornate carvings along each side.
Beautiful.
And some beautiful red and blue, would you call this filigree?
I would call it filigree, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the right word.
I don't know either, honestly.
No,
embellishment.
It's a very, it's a nice little light box. It's very comforting looking. I can see this on a shelf. It'd make a wonderful display piece.
Feels good in the hand.
It does.
Okay, so this is what would be in my eBay listing for this box. But of course, I'll just be giving it to you good people. But just to keep in the theme, you understand. Okay. Because because if people haven't listened to the Haunted eBay Items episode, I want to explain a lot of the haunted items that are on eBay, their listing has like a story. It'll be like, I entered the haunted house and looked in the cabinet or whatever. So I wrote it in that style, just to understand what's going on here.
Right.
A little bit less weird. It's intentionally weird. Okay. I was standing by the table at my garage sale when he approached me. I barely noticed him at first. Suddenly, there was a small man wearing a dark suit and hat in front of me, holding a carved wooden box. Can I put something here? Anyone who knows you both is welcome to it, free of charge. The question caught me off guard in general, but the wording especially gave me pause. Anyone who knows who? I asked. You and your brother, he said, smiling, displaying wide rows of blackened teeth. The two. Excuse me, I said, feeling my face get red. What was happening? My eyes briefly darted from him, looking for anyone I knew, reassurance that I hadn't dropped into another dimension. When I looked back, he was gone. I don't know who he was or where he's from, but I don't want to mess with his wishes. That's why I didn't leave it on the table at the garage sale, where a random neighbor could have picked it up. I'm passing it on to someone who knows us, who knows Will and I. The two. It's a pretty box lined with a colorful lining. Could have given that another pass. I wonder if it covers anything. It holds an incense cone and a rolled piece of paper with a message I haven't looked at. Instructions, perhaps?
Oh my.
It isn't meant for me. It's meant for you. That's it.
Am I permitted to open this box?
You may open it.
For but a cursory look?
Right. Not too far.
Not too far.
For the divot could escape.
Just enough.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing I want to say about the Dybbuk box that I gave Kristen, popped it open immediately in the front entryway. Immediately, a bunch of my equipment here started going haywire. Allie's been knitting a gigantic thing, and there was a calamitous mistake with her knitting machine.
Wait, are you serious?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yes. And
like that night something went weird with your equipment?
All week. Ever since I gave it to you, honestly.
Are you being serious?
I'm being dead serious. I think I have to buy a new mixer.
Uh-oh.
And these are not insignificant things that we've been experiencing here. And I told Allie that you want to keep the Dybbuk box here to have it displayed behind us during the show. She's like, tell her to take this thing away. Like, get this thing out of the house. So Kristen immediately cursed our home. So we're going to open more Dybbuk boxes here in the living room.
Is that all true, Will?
That is all true.
That's weird.
That is all true. All right, now let's open up the box that Kristen made here. Let's see.
Okay.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
Oh, it is beautiful. I love the sky scene. There's like, it's lined with paper inside of birds flying away over the clouds. I don't know
ravens, perhaps?
Perhaps
an ominous bird?
They may be ravens. And yes, indeed, incense to light, to spark. Perhaps to spark the fear in your heart. Who can say?
And I don't want to peel it too far, but I couldn't help but notice, but it seems that this paper is not entirely attached to the box. I wonder
that's so cool.
What lies beneath.
That's so cool. That's awesome. All right. Well, no more mysteries can be revealed here safely because, as Kristen said, this message is not intended for us.
No, this small man in the dark suit with the wide blackened smile on the hat says it's for one of our followers, one of our listeners, of us, the two.
The two. So you will have to spread word of our doings to earn your message.
Yes.
And hey, Al, come here for a second. Allie, come here for a second. My wife just came home. What did you say about the Dybbuk box that Kristen opened in our home?
Oh, it's been causing all sorts of problems ever since you opened it. So thanks for doing that.
Sorry.
It's okay.
What sort of problems?
Let's see. So Will's PlayStation account got closed.
Oh, that's true.
Like right away.
This is strange.
There's so much other stuff.
I got a friend request from somebody who listens to this show though, because I got reinstated. So thank you so much.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. So what other bad stuff has happened?
My board is fried.
Oh yeah, Will's board is fried.
Oh, also curiously, some sort of a malaise, a wafting faint cloud of gray descended on my brain, making me unwilling to, unmotivated, perhaps a depression, you might say.
Right.
No, that's from before.
I think it was the box.
No. Wait, did you give me the box right before I got food poisoning?
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Oh no!
There's been like 3 other things.
There have been several other things that have happened where,
It's just like random weirdness that I'm just like, what the hell is going on? Yeah. Weirdness.
Yeah, real weird. Okay, now
This
describe.
box isn't so fake after all.
Oh, baby.
Nice.
All right, please describe the Dybbuk box that I made for you, and then I will tell you the tale behind it.
Okay, so it's a large box. So it's almost like bread box shaped. It's cool looking. It's like leather or faux leather, maybe a nice pleather. It's embossed with roses. It has like brass hardware on it, and along the sides, it's kind of edged in I thought it was metal for a second.
Right.
It's etched in something that seems to have arcane symbols pressed into it.
I know, very strange, isn't it?
Yes, it's a cool box.
So let me tell you a little bit about this box, because it's in shockingly good condition for where it was found.
Yeah.
In the town that Kristen and I live, this is a very old town. There's a lot of old history here. It's called Highland Park, literally because this land is raised up. It's not sea level. There's just like certain characteristics to it that harken back to a time where people were venturing across these great United States and discovering parcels of land and calling it obvious names because that's really all they had at their disposal. So one of the oldest families in this town, the Bartlett family, Ellie and Norman Bartlett, lived together. She was his mother, and he never left home.
Yeah.
He essentially had a complete failure to launch, never left the nest. And so Norman Bartlett and Ellie Bartlett were living together while he was 50 and while she was 75 before tragedy struck. The neighbors said that they were always quiet. They seemed...
Is this a true story?
This is a true story.
Okay.
They seemed incredibly kind, polite. They didn't speak to the neighbors very much, but when they did, everybody got the impression that these were very well-educated people and... You know, maybe their circumstances were odd, but there was no reason to think that anything unfortunate had happened to them before or was going on within the household.
Yeah.
Until the fire. So the house burned down, the Bartlett house, with both Ellie and Norman inside it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they both passed away in this fire, and as the cleanup crews came by to clear away the remains of the house, the ash, the broken chunks of brick from the chimney that had fallen over, they found Norman in the living room with his arms crossed over his chest, but in his hands this box. And for having been in a massive fire,
it's in pretty good shape.
You can see that it has not burned at all.
Yeah.
I am not sure why this box escaped the lick of the flame.
Nor I.
Now, Kristen, feel free to open it up and take a cursory look inside.
Okay.
Again, not too
close. All right,
close.
guys. I'm going to open the Bartlett box.
Bartlett.
Bort box.
Bartlett.
My goodness. Okay, we have here a candle holder containing a candle.
I thought this was strange, the leathery skin.
Huh, to say the least.
Yeah.
Oh, is this little Norman himself?
This might be the Bartlett boy.
This might be a totem
from another
of
time.
the Bartlett boy.
From another
it's
time.
Singed.
Singed, though it was found in the box.
Right.
And the outside of the box bears no sign of fire.
Remains quite clean. I've got ash on the fingers. Ooh, and then we have sealed within a glass jar stones and a note.
Yeah.
That seems to also have been burned. But how was this note burned from within the glass jar within the Bartlett box? And
What's more,
William?
The brickwork inside the box appears to be from the foundation of the Bartlett house. But how could they have broken chunks of the Bartlett foundation sealed in this box before the house ever burned?
How could this be?
How could it be?
And William, within the box's ceiling,
What?
top, the words "I am sorry" are carved.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Go ahead.
Are you serious?
Take a gander.
I did not do that one. I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
Yes, you did.
I didn't do that, I'm telling you. There's a bunch of stuff in here. There's a secret meaning to something in this box, but I did not do that. So...
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I can't tell what's real and what's fake anymore.
No, I'm serious. That's awesome.
Wait, William,
it says,
are you really
I'm
serious?
sorry?
It says,
I'm sorry.
am sorry.
I'm sorry. It's scratched on the top of this box. That's great. All right, well, in order to learn more of the Bartlett story, you'll have to enter the contest to win.
Yes.
Again, as a huge thank you to our Patreon peeps, without whom we would not be able to do this show, nor would we be able to go around creating divot boxes for each other.
Scratchings.
Yes.
That's Will's handwriting.
Who has handwriting scratching something in the...
Kristen posted it the other day with the devil that you posted.
Oh, with that,
Part of
definitely.
the desk.
That's your handwriting.
Oh, yeah, we were also on the show American Hysteria this weekend. It was super fun.
Hell yeah. You had that.
Anyway,
Okay.
Patreon peeps, you already have 7 entries apiece.
Yes.
And you can always earn more. People who are not members of our Patreon, you can also enter the contest to win one of these 2 boxes by sharing Guide to the Unknown. Just make sure we can see that you have done that.
That's right.
Yeah. And there you have it, our Dybbuk boxes. Kristen and I have created cursed artifacts.
That's right. So do your thing and earn these curses.
Yeah, they could damn your soul.
Yeah.
All right, here.
Cool.
I'll take it to the side for now.
Cool.
And there you have it. All right, that was almost a show unto itself.
I know.
that's
Uh-oh.
Oh no, it's
Did it
forgotten.
open?
No,
Did it open?
it didn't open.
Will's box fell.
But there you have it. They might also, by the way, these boxes might have additional things in them by the time they get to you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, now I'm gonna look like a scrub.
Well, you are a scrub. Okay. All right. Let's
Okay.
revive the old tradition.
Let's do
The
it.
traditions of yore. So, folks out there, you have sent us stories of paranormal events that you have experienced yourself in your life. We are going to share them on the show right now, so that we can all
Of course.
enjoy your torment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you for sharing it.
Yeah. So I believe I'm
You were
going
reading
first.
first.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So this first story comes to us from Kristen Ellers. Here we go. My family lives in Utah. I'm in Florida. I got a phone call on Easter Sunday telling me my dad had fallen and gone to the hospital, but everything was fine. My father had had a stroke when I was 2 years old and had been paralyzed ever since. He used a walker and could not use his left arm at all, so accidents were fairly common. 30 minutes later, I got another call saying that he had passed away. That night, I had a dream that my family, minus Dad, were at an old-timey 50s diner, eating and discussing funeral arrangements. I looked up, and across the room was a man sitting in a booth, backlit by sunlight shining through the window behind him. He was looking down at his plate with a knife and fork in his hands. He looked up at me and smiled, and I realized it was a younger version of my dad, from before his stroke. My family was still talking, and I did not notice him. He smiled and said, "It's going to be okay. You will all be just fine." I woke up feeling very much at peace. I flew to Utah and told my mom about the dream on the drive to her house from the airport. She cut me off saying, "Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about this." But the thing is, I hadn't told her. Then she realized that my sister had actually told her about the dream. When I saw my sister later, I asked if she had dreamt about Dad. She told me her dream, and it was the exact same dream down to the last detail. I thought it was pretty cool, and that my dad made sure that we knew he was all right.
Isn't that nice?
That is very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the kind of... Kristen and I have been through events.
Yeah. Events.
We've been through some events.
Yeah, certainly have.
And I've always felt like if you happen to have a dream of a loved one who passed away, whether or not that is some way of some method of theirs to communicate with you from beyond the grave, they're real enough to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you've got this built-up idea in your head of what your friends and family are like to you, so it's just as real.
Yeah.
You know, like you can take that as I don't know, verifiable contact because you're speaking to the person as they exist in your brain.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can imagine how weird that would be to have that experience and find out that your sibling had the exact same experience.
Yeah.
That's very, very cool.
That is very
and
cool.
very comforting. I'm sure that was nice for you and your sister, Kristen.
Yeah, that's wild.
Okay, so now I'm going to read one from Jenny Lentz. My husband and I were married last fall at a beautiful farm in Bucks County, PA, which is not super far from where we are.
Yeah.
The farm and barn date back to the early 1700s. While working late into the evening setting up with the owner shortly before the event, we were discussing how it was a pet-friendly venue and some couples chose to include their pets in the ceremony. She started a story about a particular dog in a past wedding and then stopped short, claiming she didn't want to freak me out before the wedding and that it was a little spooky. Well, obviously, since I'm a fan of your podcast, I'm not I'm not only not turned off by spooky events, I'm into them.
Mm-hmm.
So she explains how several guests at a recent wedding had encountered a friendly pooch, mingling among the party and basically sniffing around greeting people and looking for snacks. When the owner asked the special couple what made them change their mind about bringing their pup along, they replied that they hadn't, nor had any of their guests. In fact, half of the people who the dog had been sitting near had never even seen it. There was no dog.
Oh boy.
In addition, the owner's daughter, who is the on-site bartender, encountered a darker version of the ghostly canine while she was cleaning up after a late-night wedding. The driveway that leads from the top of the property to the parking area is a fairly long gravel path through empty woods and fields, and unlit except for a few solar walkway lights. While headed back to her car, something the size of a large dog seemed to fall or jump out of a tree a short distance ahead of her. She froze and couldn't make it out, but waited for it to run off, thinking it may have been a deer or a coyote. Instead, the creature reared back on its hind legs and started approaching her. She turned tail and booked it back up the driveway to the farmhouse, hearing the crunch of gravel under the feet of whatever was following behind her. She made it back to the house and awoke her parents, but by then, whatever it was had disappeared. She could only describe it as chupacabra-like, a dark dog-shaped being. The owner of the farm apologized for the creepy background so close to my own wedding, and I assured her that I was not turned off. I told a select few of my wedding guests to be on the lookout the night of the nuptials, but unfortunately we didn't experience anything supernatural except a scary hangover the next day. Even though we didn't see anything, my 5-year-old son happily reminds all of our friends to watch out for chupacabras when they go out at night. And then she said thanks and said nice things.
Wow.
Yeah, so
wow.
Thank you. That's
thank
awesome.
you.
I would have been the same way if they were like, oh, I was about to tell you the scary story, but no, I'd better not. I'd be like, well, pull up a chair and let's go.
Yeah, exactly. Rewind that. You're telling me.
Yeah.
You're telling me now.
It's happening.
Man, what do you do?
What do you mean? Oh, what do you do if there's like a dog?
Yeah.
The same thing they did. I would have turned tail, as Jenny said, and gotten the hell out of there.
Yeah, I guess if it's an animal, you don't
It
want
said
to.
it reared up on its hind legs and was approaching. I don't know.
No. Yeah, I
What
get
that
that.
means the whole time. It was like walking.
Oh no! Like a bear?
Yeah.
No, I mean like I guess in some circumstances, like something mysterious happens, you want to track it down. But
Yeah.
I guess if it's an animal,
No, they're too unpredictable.
yeah, you're right.
I love animals, but no, I'm not pursuing that.
And like territorial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if it's just a regular animal, it could freak out at you. And if it's some sort of like supernatural animal, it could freak out at you supernaturally.
Yeah, for sure. I thought at first this story was going to be like nobody brought a dog, like it was a ghost dog.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
running around chasing all of them.
I mean, it may be. It's hard to say. We don't know if it's a ghost dog or if it is some sort of like chupacabra or what do they call it? Hellhound
Hellhound.
type creature.
Yeah, a Zool.
Yeah.
A Vince
Up on
Glortho.
its hind legs.
All right, our next story comes to us from Diane Gilbert. All right. I was newly single, and a high school friend decided I needed a night out. We met at a small country bar that she liked. I had never been there. We had a drink, and some guys started coming to the table. I turned around, and there was an older gentleman sitting in the chair next to me. He introduced himself. He said, "I know who you are, and so do some of the other people in here. I was a friend of your father's, and there are some of these people that would try to take you to get to him." I turned to my friend and I said, get a load of this guy. We both turned and he was gone. I didn't really pay attention to him, but I started feeling really uncomfortable and decided to go home. The next day, I told my father that I had met a friend of his the night before. He asked me who it was, and I told him his name. My father got very quiet and asked me what he looked like. I described him, and my dad got very pale. He said, "You couldn't have seen him. He died 3 weeks ago." I was a pallbearer at his funeral. The description I had given him was correct, down to the type of ball cap he wore. I never went back to that place again. Sort of a guardian angel type situation as well.
I think so. I wonder what was with the people in that bar or whatever it was. Bar.
Yeah.
That they liked. Why were they after Diane Gilbert?
Because that's the secret,
Yeah.
truly scary thing hiding inside this story.
Yeah,
On the
is that
surface
there are
of
a
it.
bunch of people who know you here and who would take you out or whatever?
I guess. Or take you.
Take you. Yeah.
Just take you
Yeah.
to get to your father. Because, at surface value, you go like, oh, there was the person I spoke to. I turned back and he was gone. Like, that feels like it's got to be the central thing. But no.
No, it's that
No.
the real people who are around you are the threat.
Right.
The ghost person is actually your friend and helping you.
Trying to help you.
You
The
want to
people in
lean
here.
into them.
The people in here know who you are.
Yeah.
You're in this situation. Can you imagine this situation? Like, forget even the.
I'd be like, why do they want me?
I know. Forget even the ghost aspect almost. But you're in like a bar. You're hanging out, having a whale of a time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you turn and there's a person standing there and they're just like, you need to be careful because several of these people are watching you.
Right.
You need to leave. You need to get out of here now.
They would take you.
They would take you.
I'd be out.
That would be it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Totally.
that's so scary.
I'd be like, you know what? You just gave me a perfect out to leave. I didn't really want to be out anyway, but I didn't want to cancel plans again.
Right.
Thank you for giving me a solid reason.
Yeah.
And then I'm out of there. I'm on the couch. I'm watching. Nailed it.
Yeah, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Smell you later, creeps.
Yep.
Let's see some dummies make cakes.
Yeah. Thank you, Diane.
Thank you very much.
And what the hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jumpin' Jehoshaphat.
Yeah. So this one comes from Stephanie Soltis. During my undergrad, I lived in an old farmhouse off campus of University of Iowa. I believe it was built in 1900. One day while I was doing laundry in the basement, I felt someone watching me. I glanced over my shoulder and saw a face, staring at me through a crack in the wall separating the front part of the basement, we used it for parties, and the back part, which was creepy and had tons of spiders. I grabbed my cat and ran up the stairs. For the next few months, I did my laundry at the laundromat and moved Meatloaf, my cat BFF, his litter box upstairs. The overall creepy vibe at the time only happened... Oops, oh man.
What'd you do?
I tried to flick a notification out of the way and I accidentally clicked on it. Sorry.
You're good.
Okay, so we moved Meatloaf's litter box upstairs. The overall creepy vibe at the time only happened near the basement stairs, and I would run past it, which gave all my friends ammunition to tease me relentlessly about it. Then it moved to my room, so when a new roommate moved in, I gave him my haunted room, and I moved to the top floor, which is a shitty move on my part, but he knew that I thought the house was haunted. Move forward another year of me completely sure that my house was haunted. I was coming home from my late shift bartending, and my roommate was outside with Meatloaf in his carrier and my dog on her leash sitting on the front porch. The fire department was being called, and they found an alarmingly high level of carbon monoxide in the basement. My roommate had started to feel the same things I did, and was unwilling to admit he felt creepy vibes. He bought a carbon monoxide detector that immediately went off the moment he put in the batteries.
Ooh, that's scary too. I mean, it's scary in a whole different way.
Right, totally, but she had said that she sent this in reaction to us talking about carbon monoxide leading to kind of like incidents of thinking you were being haunted on the show. And she says, in this story, she says, besides that, I don't really have anything. And then she tells us something that I think is like very good.
Okay.
Besides that, I have no big experiences to share firsthand. My daughter, who turns 3 on Saturday, told me last week that she sees a skeleton in her closet, and he opens up the curtains and says, "Hey, how you doing today?" Which she says with a heavy, heavy Brooklyn Italian accent. Her dad is a Brooklyn native. We live in a 2-family house upstairs, and her great-grandma lives downstairs. We go down daily to see Nana Ressa, I'm not sure, and my daughter goes up to a picture of her great-grandpa and talks to it. He passed away 31 years ago. She was born premature at 24 weeks and nearly passed away a few times while in the NICU, so I always wonder if she got a bit of The Shining or is more open to things. Either way, she's a happy, healthy, sometimes creepy kid.
That is wild.
Yes. So I think that's not nothing.
No, I don't think that's nothing.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing today?
Yeah, that's who she's talking to in her closet.
Happy skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
Friendly skeleton.
So cool. And she talks to the picture of her grandpa.
So what do you think? One and the same?
I think she has The Shining.
Yeah, I guess so. But
that's what I think. Babes don't know a lie about that stuff.
Well, yeah, I guess, but you could make the argument that it is, like a wild imagination.
Of course, she could hear perhaps her Nana downstairs talk like that, or talk about how her grandpa talked like that, or something.
Commingled dreams and real life, not realizing that what was something that you thought you experienced was actually a dream. I don't know, just an argument.
I know.
But then other than that, the carbon monoxide face.
Oh my! That you saw a face. You must have died.
Honestly, flat out, not to let the air out of every fun balloon about stories of the paranormal, But if you think you see a ghost, I feel like the first thing that you should do is check your carbon monoxide alarm to make sure the batteries are in it.
Yeah.
Right? Like
yeah.
if you, honestly, like maybe that's
Do you know where your carbon monoxide alarm is?
I'm sure Allie does.
I don't know where that would be.
We lived in this house for less than a year. I don't know. It's gotta be somewhere.
Yeah.
In that room.
There's one in
okay.
this very room. Oh yeah, it's plugged in. There's a plug thing.
Oh,
yeah,
very
yeah,
good.
yeah. But no, I feel like have some sort of a paranormal experience.
Yeah. Give it
Check
a
for
look.
carbon monoxide right away.
Yeah.
And then
Just to rule it out, if
Exactly.
nothing else.
if nothing else,
Yeah.
because then if you see that there, you're in the clear on
Right.
carbon monoxide, you're way not in the clear, and that was
No.
a ghost.
It's a ghost.
That was a ghost.
Totally.
Yeah.
Which brings us to William. I'm going to ask you to tell us the story of another kid
Oh
who
my
seems
god.
like he has been interacting with some stuff.
100%. I'm going to tell you all a very special story right now. Allie and I, our friends, the Costas, told us a story of something their son Charlie experienced in their home. They had just moved into a new house. I've flat out made them retell me the story multiple times when we hang
Yeah.
out, because I like it when they tell me scary stuff.
Yeah, they told me when we went out to dinner like a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that's right. This is a real wild story. Whatever. I'm doing
Go
too much
right into
preamble.
it.
I'm just gonna launch into it.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and call this the Yellow Ladies.
I love this. And also this kid is golden.
Oh yeah.
So take her away.
Okay. This is written by my buddy Michael Costa. When my son Charlie was about 2 years old, we moved into a new house. Our house is a ranch-style place in the New Jersey suburbs, not particularly old or of the type that you'd expect to be stereotypically haunted. Charlie was young, and in the upcoming months, we'd eventually transition into a big boy bed, so no longer sleeping in a crib. But at this point, as of this story, he is still in the
Right.
crib. He's a little kid. He's got
Right.
his own room. He's in the crib. He's a mature kid, but at this time his vocabulary was limited to a typical 2-year-old. And that's why they were so surprised when one morning during breakfast, Charlie mentioned something about the Yellow Ladies. We had no idea what he was talking about, and his choice of words was very strange for his age. The Yellow Ladies is a bizarre phrase to
Yes.
hear come out of your kid's mouth at any age, but especially at 2 years old. Charlie wasn't particularly agitated about it. He told us that these yellow ladies were yelling at him in the middle of the night. Concerned, we pressed him for more details. Was he scared? Was he having a bad dream? What did they look like? What were they saying? He wasn't very forthcoming about the details. I can't say for sure whether it was out of nervousness or a genuine disinterest. He simply said they were yellow, and I pictured them having yellow skin. And
Yeah.
then to that end, the movie Sin City or jaundiced.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what I
Yes.
imagine, at least.
Yeah.
We were freaked, to say the least. He also said they were yelling at him about, quote-unquote, bad dreams.
Oh my
You gotta
god.
imagine this. Your 2-year-old goes, no, they were yelling at me about bad dreams.
I can't imagine.
They were yelling at me in the night.
Yeah.
Okay. My wife remembers that he brought up the story several times, but I don't recall that. And I can't say for
Probably
sure.
blocked it.
Right, yeah. And I can't say for sure if it was an ongoing experience he had or just him recalling this one incident. Was it a recurring bad
Right.
dream, or is it just like the
He
one
just
time
keeps
it was
talking
so
about it 'cause
vivid?
it's so intense, right?
Yeah. I never knew what to make of the Yellow Ladies, and though I searched his room and the house for any source of inspiration, maybe a stray Simpsons poster, or something that might have planted the seed in his imagination, I never found anything that gave the story any basis in reality. When Charlie was older, and his vocabulary was much more robust, he's almost 6 now, we brought up the Yellow Ladies again, to see if he remembered them. 4 years have passed. He claims he does, but his account of the story is much different now. He recalls that the ladies were yellow because they were glowing, not yellow-skinned. He also claims that they came out of his God book.
I love it so much.
Which we've since established was actually the illustrated children's Bible that we keep on his nightstand. And when we first had the conversation with Charlie, he claimed that they were yelling at him to warn him about his bad dreams, which is only marginally less frightening an image.
Right, it doesn't seem like it would help. Like,
No.
you're gonna have bad dreams, Charlie. They're coming.
Here they come,
Yeah.
Charlie. You're going to have a nightmare tonight.
Just so you know.
That's like Banshees
Yes,
that we've
totally.
discussed before.
Yep.
An omen.
Yes.
Foretelling of bad news.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's absolutely frightening. But what I gather at this point is that Charlie alleges that women with a yellow glow, possibly angels, question mark, emerged from his Bible to protect him in some way from having nightmares. Framed this way, his experience seems almost like a benevolent haunting rather than something malicious. I'm not religious, and I'm also a bit of a skeptic about the paranormal, but my wife and I won't deny that the experience Charlie describes of the yellow ladies, regardless of what angle you choose to interpret it from, is pretty spooky, inexplicable, and an extraordinary story to come out of the mouth of a 2-year-old.
Yeah. I love that story.
The yellow ladies.
Yep.
Now here's the thing. Mike sent me this story, and then he also texted me.
Yeah. Update?
Yeah. He texted me with a little more context for the story.
Excellent.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try to show this to everybody on the live stream here if you're watching the video version.
Cool.
So this is the
Okay.
book where the yellow ladies come from, and
Yep.
you can see that they do appear to be angels. It's sort of a nice kidsy
Yeah.
image, whatever. It's supposed to be comforting
Right.
for sure.
Right.
But I find the message that Mike typed out accompanying this image to not be very comforting.
Hit me.
Yeah. Charlie just showed me this in his book, but he says this is where they came out of, and they didn't look like this.
Oh.
They were out of the book, and all of them was yellow and glowing.
Oh.
So, like, even their faces, everything.
Yeah.
And he said that they could only see him, and asked where he was because they couldn't see his surroundings.
Oh my God. That is not comforting.
No. So that reverses everything for me, to be
That
honest.
changes a whole lot for me as well, because like
Where
if
are you?
they're so knowing.
So where are you right now?
That they're aware, that we want to think that they're aware of his nightmares coming. They're warning him.
Yeah.
They're aware of that, but they don't know where he is. That sounds like a wolf in sheep's clothing to me.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
So where are you, Charlie?
Yeah. Oh, you're gonna have bad dreams tonight. Let me let you know about that so that you're not too freaked out. And by the way, where are you right now? Tell me where you are.
The next up is, do you like it there?
Right. Yeah, exactly. Or can we come in?
Yeah.
It's like a vampire,
Yes.
right? Like you have to invite them or something
Right.
like that. It's very alarming to me, the
Yeah.
idea that they can see you
Yeah.
almost like on the internet. Like you can connect from computer to computer,
Right.
but you need additional access to be able to like override somebody else's system.
Right. I wonder
Yeah.
if it's almost like they can see him in the astral plane.
Yeah.
So that they can see that maybe Charlie has entered their dimension somehow.
Maybe.
And they're like, oh, somebody's in here with us. They're like, hey, where are you?
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah. Where are you?
Yeah.
Where are you?
Well, let's keep a close eye on that.
Without a doubt, the yellow ladies. Very
I
frightening.
Love that.
Very, very frightening.
Well, guys, we're gonna go.
Yeah.
We'll investigate. Maybe this plane where the yellow ladies came from. Maybe that's the netherworld we'll have to travel to this week in between episodes.
Perhaps this could be the very same highway that we
Yeah.
take in the netherworld at
That's
the end
right.
of every single episode.
That's right. So we can take Charlie by the hand to make sure that he's fine there.
Absolutely, 100%. Charlie will be absolutely fine.
Oh, he's safe with us.
But I do wish to know more about these yellow ladies.
Me too, Charlie. Charlie, if you could record a video message and tell us more about the yellow ladies, I'm very interested to hear that.
It's so scary that they come out of the God book.
Well, that's conflicting to me. I would think that they would be, on the up and up.
But all of them is yellow, head to toe, not just the
Right.
cloak they're wearing. So it's almost like a poor imitation
Yeah.
of what's actually in the book, right?
Oh God.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, like a narc trying, it's like a teenager, but they're not pulling it off.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. How's it going,
So-
fellow kids?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Oh boy.
be careful.
Be real careful.
All I'm saying is be careful. And when they do you a favor and they warn you that nightmares are coming, don't take that as a sign that you should put your trust in them.
No.
No.
No, that may be them like throwing you a bone, getting you hooked on the first taste.
Crazy.
Not good.
Crazy.
Or maybe fine. Maybe fine.
Yeah.
Maybe it's fine.
Maybe it's completely fine.
Yeah, maybe it's great.
It probably is.
Maybe it's great. It's probably angels.
It probably is. It's probably totally normal and fine.
Very much so.
Well, there you have it.
There you have it, guys. So if you want to enter our contest to win one of our Dybbuk boxes, make sure you do what we said at the beginning of the show and share our show with people and tag us so that we know.
Yep.
Also, you can find us online at GTTUpod everywhere, so Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and you can find our Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/GTTUpod. And come hang out with us. We're sharing like really awesome stuff, especially lately. I feel like there's been like a big uptick of like cool posts and stuff.
Yeah, no, I think that's absolutely true.
If you want to get extra entries for the Dybbuk box contest, or you just want to support us, you can become a Patreon of ours by going to patreon.com/GTTUpod. And you can also find Will and I individually online. I'm on Instagram at ChillinKristen.
I am at Haunted Sponge. So happy holidays, everybody. We hope that you have a wonderful time. And thank you so much for hanging out with us. So we will see you next time when we will once again get spooky and announce the winners of the contest. But until that time comes, we must travel.
Back to the netherworld, go we! There's the box talking. I got something.
There you go.
Oh.
That's it. Cool.
Excellent.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Cool, guys.
It looks like maybe the chat got screwy. I'm not
really?
100% sure. Yeah, I truly do not know for certain whether or not it
Okay.
got mixed
Why
up,
do
but
you
it
think
seemed like it might have. It just seemed like comments were happening out of sequence or something. I don't know. And then Tracy says, I must be lagging. I'm seeing comments for things that haven't happened yet. So, yeah, I wonder if something got
Or
squirrely
maybe
there.
time is folding in on itself around you, Tracy.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe you're seeing events that have yet to unfold.
Exactly. Who's to say? Who's to say? Can we trust our reality? I don't know.
Me neither.
Yeah.
That's the yellow ladies.
There you have it. Thanks, Eric.
Yeah.
Glad you
Eric.
enjoyed the show. I didn't read his 2 cents horror stories.
Oh yeah, we'll have to do it next time.
Okay. Yeah, because I think we're gonna do more
Yeah.
scary
Yeah,
stories.
next episode we'll do more scary stories.
Exactly.
So that will
We're
be
gonna
2 of them.
End the year with comforting creepiness.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Cool.
Well, yeah, I think that's gonna be it.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks,
for
guys.
us here from Christmas Town. But yeah, thanks
Yeah.
everybody for hanging out,
Cool.
and we will see you next time.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, bye guys. Have a good night.
Bye. I have to stop it over there though. All right.
Oh.
Bye everybody. I gotta get on my sleigh.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Deliver toys to all the good boys and girls. Oh God, he's knocking shit over. Bye guys. Glad you liked it, Tina. They are messing with our stuff again, Laura.